Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Rikishi has a two-word response to Jimmy Uso's message ahead of potential move to WWE Raw. WWE legend Rikishi recently reacted on social media after Jimmy Uso sent a message hinting at a potential move to Monday Night Raw. The OG Bloodline member is currently injured. At Survivor Series, War Games 2024, Roman Reigns' OG Bloodline faced Solo Sikoa's stable. During the bout, Jimmy Uso jumped off the top of the steel cage on Jacob Fatu. However, this dangerous move ended up costing Jimmy as he broke his toe in the process. Meanwhile, one of the biggest bloodline clashes of next year was recently announced as Roman Reigns is set to take on Solo Sikoa on Raw's Netflix debut on January 6, 2025. Following this announcement, rumors suggest that all the OG Bloodline members will shift from SmackDown to the Red brand in 2025. Amid these rumors, Jimmy Uso recently took to Instagram to upload a video package, seemingly announcing his appearance on Raw's Netflix debut. In his post's caption, Jimmy also sent a message, thanking God for it. This post caught WWE legend Rikishi's attention, and he uploaded it on his Instagram stories. The Samoan Stinker was sent a two-word message, hyping up his son's possible appearance on January 6, 2025. During the latest edition of SmackDown, Jimmy Uso showed up to address the crowd. He came out with crutches due to his broken toe. During the segment, the OG Bloodline star talked about how proud he was of his family after Survivor Series, War Games 2024. However, as soon as his promo was over, Drew McIntyre came out of nowhere to hit a claymore on the 39-year-old. Following the Scottish Warriors' attack, Nick Aldis came out to lash out at McIntyre and asked him to leave the ring. It remains to be seen what the Stamford-based promotion has planned for Jimmy Uso's future. The Samoan wrestling dynasty has long been a cornerstone of WWE's storytelling, with the Bloodline saga dominating headlines over the past few years. From Roman Reigns' iron-fisted rule as Universal Champion to the electrifying breakaway of Jey Uso, the family drama has captivated millions. Now, another twist is brewing as Jimmy Uso hints at a potential move to WWE Raw. Adding fuel to the speculation, wrestling legend Rikishi recently gave a cryptic two-word response to his son's message, leaving fans and pundits alike speculating about its meaning. Jimmy Uso's journey in WWE has been nothing short of a roller coaster ride. After betraying his brother Jey at SummerSlam, his motivations became the subject of intense scrutiny. Fans questioned whether Jimmy's actions were a desperate bid to reclaim relevance within the bloodline or a misguided attempt to forge his own path. Over the weeks, Jimmy has teased various alliances and rivalries, but his latest move, a cryptic social media post hinting at a move to Raw, has raised eyebrows. Jimmy's message was simple yet impactful. Time for a change. Red feels right. Accompanied by a photo of him staring at the Raw logo, the post ignited speculation about his future. Could Jimmy be eyeing a fresh start on the Red brand, away from the shadow of his brother Jey and cousin Roman? Or is this another strategic move to stir the pot within the Bloodline saga as fans dissected Jimmy's message? Rikishi entered the conversation with a two-word response that sent the wrestling world into a frenzy. Stay grounded. The Hall of Famer, known for his sage advice and deep ties to the wrestling industry, didn't elaborate further, leaving the statement open to interpretation. Rikishi's words could be seen as a father's cautionary advice, urging Jimmy to remain humble and true to his roots as he navigates the complex world of WWE. Alternatively, it could be a subtle warning against letting ambition cloud his judgment, particularly given the high stakes surrounding the Bloodline storyline. Rikishi's response carries weight not just because of his status as a wrestling legend, but also due to his intimate understanding of the family dynamics at play. As the patriarch of the Inoue family's current WWE generation, Rikishi has witnessed firsthand the pressures and challenges his sons face in their quest for greatness. His succinct message reflects his belief in the importance of staying connected to their shared heritage and values. For Jimmy, this advice could be a reminder to tread carefully as he contemplates a move to Raw. The red brand offers opportunities for reinvention and new rivalries, but it also represents uncharted territory. Without the support of his brother or the bloodline, Jimmy would need to prove himself as a solo act, an exciting yet daunting prospect. With Pearce set to address the situation on Monday Night Raw, speculation is running wild on what consequences he might enforce. Here are a few possibilities: fines and suspensions. A common WWE punishment for extreme in-ring behavior is a hefty fine or a temporary suspension. Owens and Knight could be fined for their actions, serving as a warning for future incidents. However, suspending them might not be ideal, given their high-profile status and ongoing feuds. Forced handicap match. Pearce could book Owens and Knight in a match against the Judgment Day, making them fight against the odds as a form of punishment. This would serve as a way for WWE to discipline them while still keeping them on television. Tag team torn apart. Another possible punishment could see Pearce force Owens and Knight to compete against each other. This would be an interesting twist, as both men have been growing as allies in recent months. Forcing them to fight could create tension between them, possibly leading to a new rivalry, sending them to SmackDown for a confrontation. Aldis might demand that Owens and Knight appear on SmackDown to apologize in person, setting up a tense encounter with the Bloodline. However, given their rebellious nature, it's unlikely either superstar would comply willingly, which could escalate the situation further. Beyond just the punishment for Owens and Knight, this incident raises bigger questions about the balance of power between Pearce and Aldis. If Pearce follows Aldis' orders too easily, it could set a precedent where SmackDown's authority figure starts dictating Raw's decisions. However, if Pearce resists, it could lead to an all-out war between the two brands. With WrestleMania season approaching, tensions between Raw and SmackDown could lead to something much bigger. Perhaps even a Raw versus SmackDown rivalry culminating in a massive showdown. Could this be the start of a new brand supremacy storyline? For now, all eyes are on Monday Night Raw to see how Adam Pearce chooses to handle this high-stakes situation. Will he bow to Aldis' demands, or will he find a way to balance punishment with fairness? Whatever happens next, it's clear that Owens and Knight are in for a rough night. WWE SmackDown this week was scheduled to feature a massive singles match between Liv Morgan and Naomi. However, members of the Judgment Day attacked one half of the women's tag team champions beforehand, resulting in Nick Aldis kicking both of them from the arena. Aldis can now order Adam Pearce to punish Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez by taking away their women's tag team title opportunity on the upcoming episode of Raw. Last week's episode of SmackDown featured a massive update on the Jade Cargill situation, revealing that Morgan and Rodriguez were exiting the parking lot when the Storm was being taken into the ambulance. Bianca Belair and Naomi launched an attack on Morgan on Raw, assuming that she and her partner Raquel Rodriguez were the ones to take Jade Cargill out of action. Additionally, Adam Pearce confirmed a huge tag team match for the Women's Tag Team Championships on the upcoming episode of the Red Brand. However, if the duo of Morgan and Rodriguez continues to cause chaos wherever they go, the general managers might have to take action to assert control over their respective teams. With Nick Aldis frustrated by the Judgment Day's actions on SmackDown, he may take action against the duo. Aldis might ask Adam Pearce to cancel the upcoming Women's Tag Team Championship match, which could potentially build some tension between both teams before WrestleMania. This week's WWE SmackDown also featured the return of the Final Boss, which appeared to be a sudden shift for the show. The Rock had two significant reasons for his comeback, but ended up making changes to the card of the show, reportedly scrapping a few matches. While the matches weren't scrapped, major changes were made to them. Liv Morgan versus Naomi was one of them, which turned into a brawl to save time for the Final Boss. The Rock is set to return once more at Elimination Chamber next week. Fans will have to wait and see what WWE has planned for the star next.